ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। तौ संतोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूपसनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते। तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेखं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्यातपर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः। Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you for today's Bhakti Sandarbha discussions. So we are discussing the sadhakas based upon their sadhana. Based upon the sadhana, how to categorize the sadhakas, sadhus. नहीं आ रहा है इंटरनेट. I don't know. Maybe laptop problem. और गूगल खुल रहा है और कुछ करना टॉप. व्हाट्सएप भी नहीं आ रहा है. क्या हुआ पता नहीं. हाँ हाँ मैसेज करिए. Okay, let's start. So what we discussed yesterday? Who will tell? Mike. Okay, online students. Yes, bro. I will take from online. Ah. Who is that? Only 3 devotees. What happened? 2 mothers, 1 father. Yes, Archana Bhakti Mataji, tell. You are doing some work, I something. Cooking you are doing. Acha. Mataji, we are not able to see your kitchen because Prabhupada is visible here as a screensaver.
You want to see the kitchen?
Acha, background. You kept background Prabhupada. Acha.
Yeah. I'm in the kitchen, Prabhuji, cooking.
Cooking.
Breakfast time here, Prabhuji.
अच्छा 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 क्या बना रहे हैं माता जी
Roti or sabji.
हाँ?
Roti or sabji, Prabhuji.
अच्छा अच्छा इडली डोसा नहीं है क्या
Kabhi kabhi.
okay okay you carry on then so we'll discuss so in the last class we were discussing so karma gnana mishra bhaktas, that means bhaktas along with, that means other sadhanas, by along with the bhakti, so they were practicing other sadhanas also, like karma and also gnana. So various, so gnana sadhanas they were practicing. And we also heard that, so he's a sattama definitely. And next we have seen that someone who is living all these, so someone who is living all the so karma and gnana, that means practicing the good qualities and also his prescribed duties, and such a person is just practicing ananya bhakti, so he is known as madhyama sadhaka. So like that we have seen. Then after that we are further continuing. Atra tu evam vyakya. So here one should do this kind of so comment. Atra tu evam vyakya. यदि च स्वात्मनि तत्तद् गुणयोग भावः तथापि पूर्वोक्त प्रकारेण गुणान् कृपालुत्वादीन् दोषान् तद् विपरीतांश्च आज्ञाय हेयोपादेयत्वेन निश्चित्यापि यः मया तेषु गुणेषु मध्ये तत्र अधिष्ठानपि स्वकान् नित्य नैमित्तिक लक्षणान् सर्वान् वर्णाश्रम विहितान् धर्मान् तदुपलक्षणं ज्ञानम् अपि मद अनन्य भक्ति विघातकतया संत्यज्य मां भजेत सः च सत्तमः. Previously, yesterday we have seen Srila Sridhar Swami's Svakhya on the previous sloka. That means our discussion is about 4 slokas. Power, no power. Yeah, that's the problem. Eleven point 29 to 29 to 31. So अवरत्वम, उस फैन को बंद करो. इधर आ जाओ, इधर बैठो, इधर बैठो. Why you have to bend? इधर आके बैठो, सामने बैठो. बहिष्कार किया गया क्या आपको? दूर दूर क्यों रहते? 11, 11, 32, Madhyama. Okay, so we have seen. Here we see is a Sacha Sattamaha. Sacha Sattamaha means so who left all his duties and also all the sadhanas for the gnana, everything, and doing the bhakti. Then he is known as Sacha Sattamaha. So here Vakya we are seeing Yadi cha swatmani तत्तद गुण अभावः तथापि एवं पूर्वोक्त प्रकारेण गुणान् कृपालुत्वादीन् दोषान् तद विपरीतांश्च आज्ञाय हेयोपादेयत्वेन निश्चित्य. That means what this person is doing, of course, swatmani, that means in him, in his heart, tattad guna yoga bhavaha. Even if he even if he doesn't have the qualities, even if he doesn't have the qualities as Kripalu and so and so in his heart, still what he is doing, so doshan purvakta prakara gunan krupalutvin doshan tad viparitanscha. So still what, so he is living practicing those qualities. You don't have Krupalutvam, that's what is that? So many things are said. Krupalu, Akruta Droha, Titukshuhu, Samaha, Sarvopakaraha. So Aham, so Kamaihi, Ahatadihi, Dantaha, Mruduhu, Suchihi, Akinchinaha, Aniha, Mita Bhukshanta, Stiraha. Like this. Those qualities are not there in him. And then if they are not there means he's not bothering, that means so he is not worrying about that. Oh, okay, still even if I don't have, no problem, still he is living, practicing of those qualities. He's living, practicing of those qualities and also the opposite qualities to those opposite qualities, for those also he is living. So he is living, practicing of those qualities and also opposite qualities of those. Both. So that means he is not at all hankering for gaining that kind of qualities. Many times we will be seeing in our preaching also. That means being equipoised, try to be, that means not to cheating others and try to be peaceful, and these kind of things we try to practice artificially. Artificially means so some types of means gnana means by the knowledge, so we try to cultivate those. So that kind of cultivation, is it really needed to cultivate good qualities in the devotees by the special endeavor other than the bhakti? So by using the special endeavor, so is there any need? Is there no need? There is no need. There is no need. There is no need. No need to. So just by cultivation of the knowledge, so we try to get those qualities in us. So that kind of practice, that kind of practice of cultivating so good qualities is not needed. And also, is there any need to practicing of varna and ashrama duties? That means brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, sudra. Next, and also he leaves what? Practicing of varnashrama duties. Varnashrama duties. Like brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, sudra, brahmachari, gruhastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasi. All these duties. So he left. So are they really practicing are they following our prescribed duties based upon varana and ashrama? Is it bhakti? It's not bhakti. It is karma actually. It's simply a karma. So that also he leaves. Like our based upon varana and ashrama, we are getting the how many types of duties? Nitya karma, naimittika, next kamya, next nishiddha, next prayaschitta. So people who are in the pravritti marga, this is for the varna and ashrama. That means for any karmi. Varnashram for all means karmi. That means who is following the Vedic duties based upon varna and ashrama and enjoying the result of those is known as karmi. So his duties, that means karmis can be how many classes? Total 8. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. Like that, total 8. So everyone is having at least 2, maximum 2. Everyone is having the one varna and one ashrama. So based upon that, you will be getting the nitya karma, naimitya karma, kamya karma, nishiddha, and prayaschitta. So this kamya karma, who is following? So whoever is interested in the fruits of the karma activities, fruity workers, they will be interested in the kamya karma. That means who want the dharma, artha, kama. Dharma, artha, kama. That means doing the prescribed duties, getting the artha, and then after that enjoying those. So by using that artha, enjoying some kind of material pleasure. So this kind of people are interested in morely in kamya karma, mostly in kamya karma. So but people who turn towards the Krishna consciousness, that means towards the Paratattvam, so those will be offering these kamya karmas to Lord. The result of the kamya karma they are offering to the Lord. Karma arpanam. Then that is karma arpanam actually. Okay. So once they reach to the fully, so we have our chart na. So once they reach to the fully, so detachment or otherwise full shraddha in bhakti, then they will leave what? Kamya karma. They will leave kamya karma. So especially in the Gnana Marga, so they will be getting detachment from these results of the fruity work. Then they will be leaving the kamya karma. They will be practicing nitya and naimittika for this some time. Nitya and naimittika some time. Then after that they will leave that also. So this is this left side, they will go like that. So here, in the case of the devotees who got the full shraddha, that means this is the full shraddha. So he is leaving the kamya karma, nitya karma, naimitya karma, everything. So that means people who are offering their fruits of the work with love to the Lord, so those will be getting by the association, they will be developing the 100% shraddha. So then they will be leaving all nitya naimittika kamya karman. So that means in that society now he is a Brahmana, but he is not doing any so-called Sandhya Vandan. He is not doing any yajna. He is not doing any dana. He is not doing any so-called, means, so all those practicing shama dhamma, that means controlling the mind, controlling the senses, So for practicing of this, so various sadhanas, gnana sadhanas he is using. So those also he left. Everything he left. Everything he left, and he came to this path, Ananya Bhakti. So here that is said here. That is only said. Sarvan eva varnashrama vihitan dharman. Sarvan means all. Nitya, Naimitya, Kamya, Nishiddha, Prayaschitta, all. So all he left. This person. So in this side. So left everything. That means devotee. This is the Gnani's path and this is the devotee's path. And this is the absolute truth. Final reaching. So everything he left. Tadulupalakshanam gnanamapi. So even, so all the varnashrama duties and also gnana sadhanas, practicing austerities, doing the vratas, everything he left. He left everything. So mad ananya bhakti vigatakaya. Why he left? Because practicing of these all varna and ashrama activities are obstacle for the bhakti. So that's why he left. He left all. And so then he is worshipping only Lord. So then he is such a Sattamaha. He is known as Sattamaha. Sat means devotees. Sattamaha means best among the devotees. So here we have our new friends actually. I will ask some questions, what they understood. इधर आइए आप सब लोग सामने बैठिए ना. अच्छा अच्छा, आप दोनों आ जाइए. बुक लेके आइए ना. Getting what I am saying? Could any doubts for you new people? कुछ समझ में आ रहा है क्या आ रहा है? What do you get? Give a mic to him. कौन बोलेंगे क्या समझ में? कोई भी बोल सकते चारों में. I understand. Okay, you can speak in Hindi.
Hare Krishna.
You can speak in Hindi also. हिंदी में बोलिए. क्या समझ में है?
आप अनन्य भक्ति के बारे में वर्णन कर रहे हैं.
हाँ.
तो
अनन्य भक्ति के लिए क्या किए उन्होंने?
एक साइड का जो मार्ग है वो ज्ञानी के लिए है, जो ज्ञान मिश्रित भक्त है. ज्ञान मिश्रित भक्त है.
नहीं, केवल ज्ञान है ये.
ज्ञान है.
हाँ. और ये अनन्य भक्ति.
अनन्य भक्त.
हाँ.
जो ज्ञानी रहता है
हाँ.
वो पूरी तरह शरणागत नहीं रहता है, मतलब वर्ण और आश्रम के धर्म का पालन करते रहता है और उस मार्ग पे चलते रहता है.
अच्छा.
और जो अनन्य भक्त है वो सब त्यागता है भगवान के लिए. त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मम चरणाम्बुजम हरे. वो अनन्य भक्त है. इसके बारे में
he is leaving everything. So in the Gnani's case also, so before entering into the Gnana Marga, that means what happens now initially, I will just explain one point for you. So initially whole society, they are not at all devotees. So they are karmis, okay?
Yes.
Take them as karmis. So karmis means they are following their respective, that means varna and ashrama duties, getting the result and enjoying. This is the basic funda we see in the society. There is no need to teach anything. So this thing automatically, so from the day one they will do. That means fruitive activities and enjoy the result. So now in his life, in this karmi's life, two types of sadhus can give the association. One is the Gnani sadhu, another is Bhakta sadhu. So when this karmi is coming in contact with the Gnani sadhu, then what will happen? So he will, that means from the Gnani he is hearing, hey, what you are doing? So you are doing the fruitive activities. Because of that, you will be getting the bondage. So your life will be again and again, you will be taking birth as, so that means different births you should take again, and it's a repetition. So that's why don't do fruitive activities like that. So he started preaching, and also he told about, so Paratattvam means absolute truth. Absolute truth, how he described Jnani? So absolute truth is Brahman, and so you should reach the Brahman. So then only you will be getting the ultimate solution. Otherwise, in the karmis case, you'll be doing the karma and you will go into the swarga, and so you'll be coming back. Your life is completely in the cycle of repeated birth and death. So better, so like that he start giving so speech to him. Then he will ask him to progress. You do your karma, but you offer the result of that karma to Lord. With love? No, just for the sake of so detachment. So you offer that. So that means he will ask him to do karma arpanam. So by offering the result of the karma to the Lord, so for the with the mood of detachment, then what will happen? Slowly, that means his attachment to the results of the karma is, and he's sincerely doing his duties, and he's not at all trying to attach for that result. So then his heart will be purified. So antakarna suddhi will happen. This is known as nishkama karma yoga. Okay, or also known as aropa siddha bhakti. So then when he is expert, that means when he is now, that means fully unaffected by the result of his karma. That means labha labho, jaya jayo. That means in all the cases he is in equal. So then that means he is fully detached from the results of the karma. So that means he got the now detachment, fully detachment. So that means he is not at all attracted by the result of these fruitive activities. Then he is in the path of what? Gnana yoga. So that means now further what he has to do? He has to leave his attachment for the family, and also he has to realize self, and he has to realize the Brahman. So these many things he has to do. Then after that means, then after that he will leave, when once he become fully detachment he got, so he will leave doing the karma. So karma sannyasa. And then what he will be doing? So then he is entering into the path of Gnana. That means he is purely associating the Guru, that means Gnani Guru, and under him he is following the Yama Nima. That means Nitya and Naimittik karmas he will be doing. So Nitya, not Naimittik, Nitya karmas he will be doing. That means Sanjavan on this, just so to control his mind. So and also he is doing the Yama Nima, and also he is following the various techniques. That means Pranayama, Asana, Pratyahar, like this. So he will be doing various techniques, and he is progressing, and also he is discussing about the from the Upanishads, the different elements in the body. What is the spirit? What is the not spirit? So that means what is Atma? What is the 23 elements? So like this, analytically, he is trying to understand this whole universe is completely made up of three modes, and my attachment to the mind, the sense objects is there in the mind. So that is just. So both are the modes. Mind is also made up of modes, three modes, and also these sense objects also made up of three modes. But I am spirit soul, and I don't have any connection with this. So that means unnecessarily. So I'm identifying myself because of false ego as body, and that's why I am getting the attachment for the various sense objects, and that's why my mind is always going to the sense objects, and sense objects also entering into my mind. So like this, so this kind of unnecessary agitation is happening. So the reason is because of false identification. That means false ego is the cause. So let me stop this false ego. So further, how it is possible? When he understands himself as soul. So he tries to cultivate himself as I am soul by studying the Upanishads. So like that, so he is also seeing this whole world is a duality is filled with, but this is due to the Maya only we are seeing the dualities. But actually the absolute truth is one, that is Brahman, that is not having any varieties. But because of the Maya only, that Brahman is appearing as many. So let me stop the seeing manyness. Let me stop seeing the things as many and see everything as one. So like that, when he become expert in that. So for that he needs what? So Guru he needs the Upanishads, and also he needs the logic. By using all these three, so he tried to get the knowledge, that means the sword of the knowledge, and he will cut that his ahankara, and then he himself settle as Atma. So he fully settled as Atma, then he is known as Jivan Mukta. He's in the body, but he's in the Jivan Mukta. Okay. So like this, then finally, so he, by the help of the bhakti, little bhakti, so he will be merging into the Brahman. Okay, this is the left wing story. What about the right wing story? So this karmi is associating with the bhakta. Then what happened? Then what will happen? Then this bhakta will be telling to this karmi, better, so whatever you are doing, do that, but give that result of that karma to the Lord with love. What is the difference between the Gnani and the Bhakta's teachings? Bhakta asks that result of the karma to offer to the Lord with love, and Gnani with renunciation, mood of renunciation. These are two differences, okay? Two are having the two different ideologies. So he's offering, okay? And Bhakta will teach about absolute truth. What? Absolute truth is Bhagavan. He tells that Bhagavan is the absolute truth, and you should develop that means love for the Lord, and you have to love him, and that personality is Krishna, and everything is coming from him only. And also that's why doing bhakti to him is the ultimate. And also then he will ask that you do whatever you are doing, that you do for the sake of the Lord, and also you start doing the chanting, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, and also do the chanting, come to the temple and do some services, direct services, and also keep the deities in your house and try to worship them. So like that also he will be encouraging him gradually. So then this kind of bhakta, he is doing the karma, he doesn't get the full shraddha now. Just he is having that means understanding about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is doing his karma and offering that result to the Lord, and also so he might be practicing some gnana sadhanas also. He is reading the Bhagavad Gita and also understanding as I'm not body, I'm spirit soul. Based upon that, he is trying to get the detachment from his family also. Trying to get the detachment from the family based upon that, and trying to control his senses. So by using this knowledge, that means he's also practicing some kind of gnana, and also doing the bhakti. That means 2 rounds of the chanting and attending the morning Bhagavad Gita class, Bhagavatam class, and morning program and chanting 16 rounds. So like that also he's doing. That means he is practicing some sort of karma to maintain his body, and doing the gnana to control his mind, and also he is doing some bhakti. So sometimes some may not do the gnana, and some may not do the gnana. So then this kind of bhakta is known as Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakta. Pradhani Bhuta Bhakta or Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakta. But by keep on associating, then he came to 16 to 30 to 32 to 48, 42, 64 he came. And he wants to do, now my family, everything is, that means as much as hearing Krishna Katha, his faith will keep on increasing. And his faith increased to such a level, it is completely. So that's Krishna is only everything, and I don't want anything. I don't want any family life, any results, any pleasure, anything I don't want. So then that full shraddha he developed on Krishna and Bhakti. Then he can live his all tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam is possible to whom? To whom? The person who developed the 100% shraddha, not for anyone. Other than the 100%, you cannot live. That means you don't have full shraddha on the Lord, and also you are living the karma, means it is false. It is a false renunciation actually. So okay. So then once if you get the 100% shraddha, then you can your sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. So then that is the shraddha. Ado shraddha means that. Okay. So shraddha, then after that he will be associating the sadhus. Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya Anardhana Vritti. Here sadhus are what? Whoever is guiding him. So in the bhajan actually. Before that also he associated here sadhus. That sadhu is giving the siksha, and he is helping him to surrender fully to the Lord. And there also he is accepting bona fide guru and the sadhus as a siksha teachers. So then he is gradually developing. And once he developed the 100% shraddha, then he is entering into the Ananya Bhakti, or the pure devotion. Okay. So here in this example 11.11.32, whomever we are discussing, so that is what he is. Where is he? Where you will keep? You tell me. This Madhyama, where will keep him? In this chart?
On the path.
In this path, na? Yeah. And where will keep him? Will tell. Where will keep him? That means in the circle, yes. He is doing the karma gnana also, and also doing the bhakti. So that's why he will be here. Here he is. He is practicing karma gnana and also, yeah, he is a karma mishra bhakta. What is the difference between these two? Shraddha is the difference. Very good. Who said? Acha, you said. So difference between these two is consciously, what is the difference? He developed full Shraddha in the Krishna, but he didn't develop. He didn't develop full Shraddha. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So he developed full Shraddha. That's why he's in Ananya Bhakti. And whoever is not developing so full Shraddha, they has to do karma. They has to do karma. So that's why who didn't have full faith on the Lord and this devotion has to follow Varnashram. This is compulsory. So, and who developed 100% Shraddha, for them Varnashram, externally they may do just to set an example, but their consciousness is always in Krishna. That means all the time he has to do the Ananya Bhakti. Then only he can say, externally he might be doing the various karma activities, but internal consciousness is always he should be connected. Like the example is Bharata Maharaj, who is doing all his kingly activities and also his chanting holy name. So example, Dhruva Maharaj, he is always so doing his kingly activities, doing the various big sacrifices, but he's always connected to the Lord. So that's why Ananya Bhakti means continuously doing the Sakshat Bhakti. That means 64 items. So that has to go on. Okay. So now, so that's why this Bhakta, Ananya Bhakta is, so among these two, who is, that means he left and he is practicing everything. So who is best? This Madhyama. Madhyama is the best. That's only he's saying, Jiva Goswami here. So now it is clear what is happening, you all, for 4. So Chakarat Purvoktopi Sattama Ityuttarasya Tattad Gunabhavapi Purva Samyam Bodhayati. That means even he left something, that means like practicing Gnana and Karma. So he left, but still he is Sattama only. Sattamaha. Like he is also Sattamaha. So Tarat Pratyay or Tama Pratyay. So Tara is a lower degree. Tama means superlative degree. And basic. Like Sat means devotee. Sattara means so better. Sattama means best. So here Madhyama is also Sattamaha. So here is a Sattama. But Acharya is concluding he is better than this. Because he got full Shraddha and he is feeling practicing of karma and jnana are the obstacle for practicing the Ananya Bhakti. So that's why it is said, what is that? Because karma and jnana are the very, that means cheap. Karma and jnana are very cheap compared to the bhakti. So if you see the karma sadhana and jnana sadhana, they're all fully dependent on bhakti. So that's why the one who got the full shraddha in the bhakti, so for him he doesn't need to practice any karma and jnana. So that's why Uttam Bhakti means what? Jnana karma dhyanavrutam. Jnana karma dhyanavrutam. That means that is happening in his case. But in this case, is it happening? Bhakti is uncovered by the karma and jnana? No. In this case, jnana karma dhyanavrutam is not happening. That means any Mishra Bhakti is not pure devotion. Pure devotion means Bhakti should not be covered by the mixed by the other karma and gnana. So that's why he is so best. That means Rupa Goswami definition will be so valid for whom? For him, not for him. So that's why he is best. That's why he is best. Among these two, if you compare, he is best. But in this also, different categories are there. Sattamaha is there, Sattara is there, Sat also is there. That means who is having many qualities, that means doing devotion and also having many qualities, few less qualities and even less qualities. So like you can have the three types of categories in that. So sattama iti tattad gunabhavepi purvasamyam bodhe tataha yastu tattad gunan labdva gnana dharma gnana parityagena mam bhajati kevalam satu paramasattamaha. So he is sattaha and paramasattamaha, who is that? Paramasattamaha, who is that? So who is paramasattamaha? That means who left the gnana and karma and practicing only ananya bhakti. So he is sattamaha, and by practicing that, so by practicing of all those bhakti, that bhakti, if we develop the, that means subhada, yasyasti bhakti bhagavatya kinchana, by practicing the devotion, so if we get all the good qualities, then he is known as paramasattamaha. Then he is best. Then this sattamaha, paramasattamaha. Paramasattama is uttama. No, he who developed the good qualities through the bhakti. So purva adikyam darshitam. That means he is without, he left gnana and karma, everything, and doing only bhakti, but he didn't develop. But doing the only bhakti and develop the qualities, then he will definitely superior, na? So that's the point actually. So same thing, darshitam purvataha adikyam darshitam. Atra adveshta sarva bhutanam ityadi Sri Gita dvadashadhyaya prakaranam api anusandeyam. You can also, same thing you can see like this in the Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter also. If you understand this concept, you can understand there also the concepts. Okay, next. Sattama ityanena tad avaratrapi sattaratvam sattatvam api asti darshan. This is I said. That means we said this is he is also sattama, he is also sattama. So but he is superior. He is sattama means in this also there are different categories. There is sattaraha and sat are possible. Astu tavat sadacharasya tad bhaktasya sattvam. Yes. That means in this case what? So in the karma mishra bhaktas, karma gnana mishra bhaktas otherwise. So they are practicing bhakti as a main and also practicing the good qualities. So that's why these are all what? Sadacharis. Yes or no? Following karma means sadachari only. He is Veda Vihita karma he is following. He will not do anything against the bhakti, shastra. So then he is a sadachari only. So, but in the present society, in our society, where we are actually, most of the people. Tell me, new. In the circle, na? Yes, good. We are in the circle actually here. That means doing karma arpana and doing the some kind of, that means practicing of gnana and doing the bhakti. So this is happening. So in the circle, that means we don't have maybe say 20%, 30%, 40%, 50, 60 like that Shraddha. Out of 100, we are developing some 50, 60 like that. So not having the fully Shraddha on the bhakti, but also practicing dependency we feel of the karma and this. So that's why we are here. So, but actually we are not here also. Because we are here. Because we are not doing the karma actually, Vedic activity. So human civilization means following the Varna Ashrama, duties. Then only human civilization. But actually we are here. Okay, we'll give one more circle, okay? So we left karma also. We are practicing vikarma. What is that? So Outside the word, okay. Vikarma plus bhakti we are doing. So if you want to develop this Shraddha, you have to first of all believe in the Shastras, and whatever Shastras, whatever lifestyle is rejected by the Shastras, that also you should live. So Shraddha means what? Fully believing in the Shastra. That means you are accepting bhakti is ultimate. Like how, on what basis you are accepting this? Bhakti is highest. By the Shastra. That means by believing in the Shastras. And if that Shastra is condemning such a bad lifestyle, then you have to leave that also. Otherwise, are you really believing in the Shastra? Ardha Kukidinaya. That means some part of the Shastra I will take and something I will not take. Means that is not fair. It's not a fair game. Yes or no? That's why Prabhupada wanted us to live in a simple lifestyle. So where there is no sin. So there is no any activities which are against to the principles of Shastra. So that a lifestyle if you develop and you want to put full faith on the bhakti, means you are believing in the Shastras. And that same Shastra is telling something is wrong. Then how can you say that you have really developing faith through the Shastras? How can you say? So that's the point. Then you'll be stucking there. You'll be stucking. But somehow or other, if you got the full Shraddha, so you don't have time to follow karma and full Shraddha and you left everything, okay, then fine. You that's like a jet boat you took, jet plane you took. No need to do karma and full Shraddha, but somehow or other you got. Because of heavy, intense sadhu sangha. So if you get full 100% Shraddha, so 100% Shraddha, how to get? So that's believing in the sadhus only. So believing the sadhus, but how you are believing the sadhus? Because they are sadhu, shastra and guru. They are also once again. Sadhu, if you want to accept sadhu's words, what you should do? Shastra you have to confirm through the Shastra. And ultimately that Shastra is coming and sitting in your life. And that Shastra is telling that this is wrong and this is right. Then if you are believing in the Shastra, means whatever it is saying, it also should follow. So that's why one should become Sadachari. Is also necessary. Before developing a 100% Shraddha, it will become must actually. And it will become very much. Yes. So Shraddha is defined in the Shastra as Shastrartha Vishwasaha. It is the definition of Shraddha itself is believing in the conclusions of the Shastra. So if you are believing in the conclusions of the Shastra, you have to believe the lifestyle given by the Shastra also. You should not do the sinful activities which is rejected by the Shastra. And say that I am believing in the Shastras. Then in this half life, that means in your life, that means there is a hen is there. You know, hen. So a hen is giving egg from the back. So and from the front side is taking the food, grains. So anyway, feeding is a hen is a hard labor. So I will cut from till here and take only back. Every day I will get good egg. So like that in the Shastras. So only this portion of Shastra I will take and I will leave this portion. Because I have pain to follow this. Leave that. And I will take this part of the Shastra and I will be happy. Then this is known as Ardha Kukkitiniya. Too smart this is then. Too smart people will do that. Anyway. So that's why it's not so easy joke actually. Krishna consciousness means really one we have to think very seriously. So like this, we are here. Most of the people are in this. So maybe they are not doing sinful with the full of repentance. They might be doing some kind of karma. So, but some people majboor hoke karte hain because of helplessness. So they are just closing the eyes. Of course, because of my work, the whole society is suffering. They know, but still, I have to maintain my life. Chalo. It's a very difficult situation, really. So because they don't have alternative, but still they are doing the bhakti. It's not a. We should appreciate that. We should appreciate, and definitely there is a progress after 1 or 2 lives. There will be progress gradually. So it's not a. Yeah, Krishna will definitely arrange all favorable situations. So, so durachara. Now, what is said in the Shastra? Very important thing is said. Astu tava sadacharasya tad bhaktasya sattvam ananya devata bhaktatva matrena duracharasya api. So see, what is the difference between these two? I will remove this. We want big board actually, this much big. This small board. What is said here? Okay, I will keep like this. So what about this Karma Mishra Bhakta and this Ananya Bhakta? So he is definitely following Karma and Gnana. Along with Bhakti, he is following Karma and Gnana. Definitely he is Sadachari. He is Sadachari. That is from where we discussion went there. And if one who is doing Ananya Bhakti and not practicing Karma and Gnana, he is also considered as Sattamaha, definitely. And Lord said that much. If someone is following the Ananya Bhakti, that means exclusively devotion, not doing any Karma and Gnana. And exclusively devotion means, you know, na? Exclusive devotion means 24 hours doing either of one out of 64 items given in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is known as Ananya Bhakti. 24 hours he should do. So that is, at least endeavor should be there to do this 24 hours. Then that is known as Ananya Bhakti. So here you tell me, if someone is trying to do, is doing the, that means that kind of Ananya Bhakti, but his behavior is Sudurachara. Sudurachara means having, sleeping with the Guru's wife, killing Brahmanas. So this is the Sudurachara. So he is doing such abominable activities along with the Ananya Bhakti. That means he is also doing the Ananya Bhakti. So then he is also considered Sadhu apiche suduracharo bhajate ananya bhag sadhu reva samantavya. That's sadhu reva samantavya. Krishna is saying he is also sadhu. But here in the Karma Mishra Bhakta, he definitely should be a sadachari. But that means he is not having what is the difference between these two? He is not having full faith. But he is having the full faith. Ananya Bhakta means 100% faith on the Lord. 100% faith, and if you do Durachari also, he is considered sadhu. Who doesn't have 100% faith, he is performing the sadachara, so then he is considered as sadhu. That means why he is given as a sadhu title, even his Sudurachari, because he has 100% faith on the bhakti, and that bhakti can bring all the good qualities. Klesha Agni, it can destroy all the bad qualities and bring the good qualities in him. So that's why. By seeing the glory of the bhakti, Krishna is saying him as sadhu. It's not that the, so he is encouraging the do more and more durachara. No. So our devotees, whoever they are come under this, who is doing the Vikarma and Bhakti? No. Why? Because they are not doing the Ananya Bhakti. They have only some Shraddha, that's all. So whoever is not having Ananya Bhakti, they have to do certainly, they should, to be a sadhu, there should be a Sadachara. Definitely it is needed. Without sadachara, you cannot. Because you don't have full faith on the Lord also. No? But you have full faith. Then even in this case also, if one is having full faith, Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati. So there, so gradually he has to leave. Definitely to get the Lord, he has to leave that durachara by association of the Lord. He also has to leave. He cannot continue that, and he cannot go back to the Lord by keep on doing this durachara. By association, he has to leave that. So, whom we should associate? That means for a new karmi, so that means to progress in the devotion, we should always associate good sadhu. So among these three, that means karma mishra bhakta is there, sudurachari plus ananya bhakti is there, and ananya bhakta is there. Sadachari, ananya bhakti. Whom we should associate? Sadachari, ananya bhakta we should associate. Not the sudurachari, ananya bhakta association we should not take. Sudurachari plus ananya bhakta's association is completely rejected. Here in this book it is said that, so Jiva Goswami is saying that atracha sadhu sangha prastave yat tadrusam lakshanam notpaditam tatkalu tadrusha sangasya bhaktyunmukhe anupayukta abhiprayena, because this suduracharata is very dangerous. So if you associate, instead of getting faith in ananya bhakti, you will get faith in durachara. Good chance to become a durachari, first of all. So that's why we should not associate this. This is their association. This kind of people's association is banned, is rejected. At least who is doing ananya bhakti didn't develop the good qualities is also good. And who did the exclusive devotion by living jnana and karma and fully he became, that means developed all qualities, then he is best. You can associate him if that is available. Atracha sadhu sangha prastave yattadrusam lakshanam notthapitam tatkalu tadrusha sangasya bhakti unmukhe anupayukta viprayana. So that's why sadhu sangha prasanga we didn't discuss this. That means sudurachari is one. So next yatoktam Sri Prahladena sangena sadhu bhaktanam iti. Translation, Prabhu. 7:30.
In the association of saintly persons, the devotees, in the association of saintly persons and devotees, one should worship the Lord. That's it is given the translation.
Actually, BBT.
Hare Krishna. Intelligence can be perceived in three states of activity: wakefulness, dreaming, and deep sleep. The person who perceives these three is to be considered the original master, the ruler, the supreme personality of Godhead.
Or 7:30. Wrong, 25, read it.
Okay, Prabhu. 7:30 and 31. One must accept the bona fide spiritual master and render service unto him with great devotion and faith. Whatever one has in one's possession should be offered to the spiritual master. And in the association of saintly persons and devotees one should worship the Lord, hear the glories of the Lord with faith, glorify the transcendental qualities and activities of the Lord, always meditate on the Lord's lotus feet, and worship the deity of the Lord strictly according to the injunction of the Shastra and Guru.
Injunctions of Shastra and Guru. That means Prahlad Maharaj is also saying that So one should follow the injunctions of the Shastra and follow the Guru and offer, that means his karma to the Lord. So like this, one should keep on associating the devotees. So the Prahlad Maharaj is explaining. So that's why one should not associate the Durachari. Durachari, we should not associate. So Prabhu, people says, Prabhu Kali Yuga, so what about the Duracharata? So Kali Yuga, Duracharata is allowed along with the Ananya Bhakti? Is it like that? No. Even it is Kuchbi Yuga, so there you have to be sadhu only. Sadachara only should follow. You cannot take that excuse of, so it's a Kali Yuga, Prabhuji, Kali Yuga, so kya kare? So, Kali Yuga, you are eating or not? Kali Yuga, you are wearing clothes or not? Kali Yuga, you are breathing or not? Then what is the difference? These things you should do in a right way. That's a funda. You should earn these things in a right way. If you are not doing this much and you want Ananya Bhakti, what is this? What is this? Huh? What is this? This much little bit hard work also if you want to do. Livelihood. Earn livelihood in a right way. This much only is asking Shastra. Why you have to make complex to not to follow this? Whole philosophy or in the topsy-turvy. That means fully you are a simple thing actually. So apiche sudurachara ityada atra cha sadhu sangha prastha. Okay, next. Yadoktam prala sangena sadhu bhaktanam. Sangena sadhu bhaktanam iti. That means sadhu bhaktas. You should associate not durachari bhaktas. Sadhu bhaktas. That means whoever is following the lifestyle. That means sadachara. That means following the life based upon the injunctions of the Shastra is also important. There's a point here we are emphasizing. So you have to associate such a people. Not that Prabhu, I am doing bhakti. Then whatever is I will do. No. Sadacharata is also important. Sadacharata is also important. Here, Prahlad Maharaj didn't say, Jiva Goswami is emphasizing that side. Didn't say that Durachari plus Ananya Bhakti I will try. No. Is rejected actually. That kind of person is not at all. That means is recommended to associate. Tadevam Ishvara Buddhya Vidimarga Bhaktyoho Taratamyam Uttam. So that means these are all two types of bhaktas. The Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakta and Madhyama Bhakta. Oh, Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakta also can go back to the Godhead. Even like this also he can go without coming to the Ananya Bhakti. So then he will go to the Vaikuntha. He cannot go to Golok. And so whoever is coming to the Ananya Bhakti and develop the Raganuga Bhakti, then he will go to the Golok. So this absolute truth is having the many sections. Brahman, so Vaikuntha, Dwarika, and also Golok, many. So Vaikuntha, Nrsinga Loka, this Loka, that Loka, many Lokas are there. So it is also big science. It is also having various varieties. The type of bhakti what you do, based upon that, here the destination is awarded for you. Okay, that we will see in some other time. Sadevam Ishvara Buddhya. Among these two, who is best? He is best, it is said here. That is the point. Sreshtatvam darshitam. Vidimarga bhaktayoho taratamyuktam tatra uttarasya ananyatvena sreshtatvam. The uttarasya, this is best. He is best because ananyatvam is there in him. But in him, ananyatvam is not there. Bhagavad Gita's whole conclusion is what? Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. That means Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti is not recommended by the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is ultimately Krishna is asking to become Ananya Bhakta. Tatraiva Archana Marge Trividatvam Labhyate Padmottara Khandat. Even previously we have seen in the yesterday's class. Oh. बार-बार निकल जा रहा है. Okay, no problem. Chalo. So this is based upon the sadhana we have seen Kanishta and Madhyama. Avaratva means Kanishta and Madhyama. Now we are going to see Bhaktas are three types based upon Archana Marga. So in Archana Marga also three are there. Kanishta, Madhyama and Uttama. So Uttama we already discussed. That means Uttama Bhakta means Uttama based upon the deity worship. So devotees are categorized into three types. Devotee classification can be done into many, based upon many, like Indians can be classified into many ways, based upon the language, based upon the state, based upon the color, based upon the gender, like that. So if you divide the devotees based upon the Archana, the type of Archana what they do. So Uttama means what? He has to undergo 5 types of samskaras. So 5 types of, that means 5 types of samskaras. First one is 5 types of samskaras and 9 types of devotional activities, worshipping activities. Ijja karma, worshipping activities. And knowledge about, should have knowledge about 5 things. What is that? Ishvara and his abode, Lord, Lord's abode, Lord's mantra, Lord's dravya, and Jivatma. So this, like that, if one who is having these 5 is known as, these 3 is known as Uttama. And Madhyama is who? Madhyama is the one who undergone Tapa Pundram Tatha Nama Mantro Yogascha Panchama Amihi Pancha Samskara Paramaikanti Hetavaha. Paramaikanti Hetavaha. Who went to these 5 types of samskaras? What are those 5? One is Tapaha. Tapaha means, that means doing austerity and finally getting the qualified to get the symbols. Or otherwise, austerity, who did the enough austerity. Second, Pundram. Pundram means Urdhva Pundram, Tilak. And third, Tilak Samskara is over. Nama means name, Harinam, like Tapomai Das, like that. Rangamai Prabhu Das, Rangamai Das, Rangamai Krishna Das. These are all Nama, getting the Nama. Pundram. Next mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Mantra. Yeah. Worship, na? Second initiation, this is, yes. Actually, we classified our initiation into many ways. That's also in the Acharyas having the privilege to break the initiation into many ways. So anyway, no problem. So let them. So mantra means this Gayatri mantra, because to worship, these are all Archana Marga, na? So they have to get the Gayatri to worship. That's Kama Gayatri. So for worshipping. And Nama also they get Pundram and this. So that means second initiation also happened. Mantra Diksha also they got. Then 5th one is what? Yoga. Yoga is what? What is given there, bro? Yoga, what he mentioned? Yoga only. Bhakti yoga. Worship. Worship. Okay. So then if one underwent of all these 5, then he is Madhyama. Then what is Kanishta? Kanishta we are going to see now here. So Kanishta. Kanishta according to the based upon the Archana Marga. Shankachakra Yurdvapundra Dharanadhyatma Lakshanam Tannama Samskaranam Chaiva Vaishnavatvam Mihechyate. What is that? Shankachakra Pundram Urdhvapundram. That means one who is wearing the Shankha Chakra Urdhvapundram. That means Shankha Chakra, the symbols, wearing the symbols on his body, and Urdhvapundram. Next one what? Nama Samskaran and name. Then he is known as Vaishnava. He didn't get the Mantra Diksha. Second initiation he didn't get. Then he is Kanishta. Don't apply with ours. Our classification is different. This one. Vaishnavan Shraddha. इसमें लेके बस मैं तो मध्यम भक्त हो गए ऐसा नहीं. The main thing is this. Okay, we have seen different types of the classifications. So based upon the Vachika Swabhava, based upon the Swabhava, we have seen the three types of devotees. So what are those? Based upon the Swabhava, Manasalinga. Swabhava means Manasalingas. Kanishta, Uttama, Madhyama, and Kanishta, like that we have seen in the 11th canto. So second chapter. Who is the Uttama? Sarvabhuteshu yah pashed Bhagavad Bhavam Atmanah Bhutani Bhagavatanyesha Bhagavato Bhutani Bhagavatyaatmanyesha Bhagavatottamaha. So based upon the Manasalingas 3, so who you are seeing the Krishna in all the living entities. So and also Madhyama is who sees the who have a love in the Krishna, and for in the friends, that means to the devotees he is having the friendship, and for the ignorant people he have mercy, and for the whoever is hating, so in them there is neglecting them, upayaksha. And Kanishta is who sees Krishna in only deities. So this is the classification of devotees based upon the consciousness or the Manasalingas. So next classification we have seen majorly, that is based upon the sadhanas. So who is the Kanishta Bhakta? So who is doing the Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti as a Kanishta, and whoever is doing the Ananya Bhakti, leaving the Karma and Gnana, is the Madhyama, and Uttama is still has to be explained. Uttama means is the one who reached to the Bhava. That means who are worshipping Krishna with the Bhava is the Uttama. So like that we have seen based upon sadhana 3 types, and based upon Archana Marga, so we are seeing the 3 types of devotees. So Kanishta means who got the, that means who is wearing on his body Shankha Chakra Gada, Urdhvapundram, and got the name. So Harinam. And also if he offenses to the Vaishnava. So this is the Kanishta. And Madhyama is, so he got the mantra also. That means to worship the is a Madhyama. And so Uttama means he knows about the additionally. So all these 5 padarthas. So then he is Uttama. So like that we have seen the classifications of the devotees. Okay, thank you very much. Questions? Yeah. Online students are also becoming slowly.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. 2 questions, Guruji. I just want clear understanding. One is regarding we were discussing of how one who is a karmi associating with the jnani sadhus, he is doing jnana karma and bhakti. It is Mishra Bhakti what he does till he takes up to the full path of Gyan. But in Bhagavad Gita,
Gnana Karma,
Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti or whatever it is.
here Gnani Sadhu.
Gyani.
Karmi who is associating with the Gnani Sadhu.
Yeah.
He is not doing a bhakti.
No, once he takes up to the path, that path, on when he takes up to the path of Gyan Yoga.
Okay, I'll try to understand your question first. Then I can.
One who is a karmi.
One who is karmi, let me come. I will give you a new picture. Yes,
One who is a karmi,
Ah.
who starts associating with the Jnani sadhus.
He associated Jnani means he came to here. One class, one up here.
Yeah.
He came.
Starting associating with the Jnani sadhus, he has knowledge that he should give the fruits of his work. And then slowly he develops detachment.
Yes.
And then he only performs karma which is needed.
Nitya karma only.
Nitya karma only.
That means.
So he is practicing karma jnana pradhani bhota bhakti.
No. He is practicing here. Detachment he got. He left the all kami karma. Because he come out from the pravrutti to the nivritti.
Correct.
In the nivritti means nivritti marga means they can practice nitya karma actually. Nivritti marga, nitya karma is allowed actually according to the dharma shastras also. So that means he is practicing the nitya karma.
That is some karma. There is karma.
So nitya karma means sandhya vandana and so and so. So because now by not doing one will get this sin actually. So that's why they will be doing the nitya karma, not to get this sin.
Correct.
So but kami karma they never do. So because of sufficiently attaching to the jnana, by associating the jnanis, this karmi will develop the, that means do the nishkam karma yoga and develop the detachment, and he will become the, so then he will leave all the kami karma and he will be doing the only nitya karma to not to get the sin, and he will be associating the guru.
Jnani gurus.
So under the Jnani Gurus, that means Jnani Guru will be the lower side of the Arini and he is the upper side of Arini, and in between some wood is kept. And this is the scripture's injunction, that means scriptural sentences. So scriptural sentences. So by the rubbing of these two, so by churning from this wood, what is coming? Fire is coming, and that fire is nothing but what? Knowledge. So Vidya. That is Vidya. By using that Vidya, that means by keep on, that means this process is what? This process involves the studying of the scriptures under the bona fide, so Gnani Guru. So this will be developing in him the real knowledge, right knowledge. So now what? This he is covered with the avidya now. So now this avidya is the bondage. So now this avidya has to be removed by developing Vidya.
So
this is cultivation will keep on happening.
So my question is regarding 9.27 in the Bhagavad Gita, because there 9.26 Krishna has spoken about pure devotion, but in 9.27 he speaks about karma jnana pradhani bhuta bhakti. That's what Vishwanath Chakravarti says. Where does he fit in this?
So when this karmi is coming in association with the bhakta, so then he will be understanding. So Bhagavan is the supreme personality of Godhead, is a prime. So that's why this karmi is making bhakti as his life. But what is the problem? He doesn't develop the full shraddha. That's why he's depending on the karma also. Okay, he's depending on the karma also and some sort of. So to control his mind initially, he's depending on some gnana sadhanas also. Then this person is known as karma gnana mishra bhakta. But here, who is associating Gnani, he will not be understanding bhakti is main. So that's why he in this path you don't get. So if you divide this into two parts, karma arpana into two parts. This Gnani's association doing the karma arpana, in the association of devotees doing the karma arpana. So then this side only it will be coming.
So in that sense, I understand that in the right side it is karma jnana pradhani bhuta bhakti.
Will come, yes.
Then if it is on the left side, then it should be
karma mishra jnanam.
Karma mishra jnanam. It should be karma, like bhakti mishra karma jnanam, something like that. Because that's a terminology.
Bhakti is not necessary. He will understand here. After reaching to Jivan Mukti also, he is not able to get the marriage into the Brahman. Then he will surrender. That means I should do some bhakti.
Okay. That's one, Prabhuji. Secondly, 9.30, which we quoted, Api Chet Suracharo. So Vishwanath Chakra Thakur in his commentary,
Huh.
He gives an understanding of Ananya Bhak as
Huh.
that although this devotee commits a noble abominable activity, he says, let me suffer in hell, but I will not take up to the path of Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, or Ashtanga Yoga. I will do devotion to Krishna only.
Yes.
So that is, what he says as Ananya Bhak.
Yes.
Now, but devotees who have not attained Purna Shraddha and practicing Ananya Bhakti, so they are also not practicing now Karma Yoga according to Varnashram. They are not practicing Jnana Yoga, nor they are practicing Ashtanga Yoga. They are practicing, the Bhakti along with some mixture. So how do we understand?
Bhakti with less faith.
Huh?
Bhakti with not full faith.
Yes. So what? How do we understand?
They have to come here, na? Then. So then, if this is Vikarmi, here Vikarmis are there. This is another circle. So he is coming in association of Gnani, Sadhu, and Bhakta Sadhu. What happens? So in this association of Bhakta Sadhu with Vikarmi, you'll be understanding in the association Bhakti is the highest. And also a real Sadhu will say that means Sadhu means you should not be a Durachari. Already discussed, na? So then he will be saying, leave your Duracharata, practice the Sadachari work. And because not that first day itself, he got the 100% Shraddha and everything, I left and going, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Is it like that? No, no. Is it like that? That means first day you met the sadhus and now you got the 100% Shraddha, you left the everything, all the attachments for everything, and full Shraddha, only Krishna will take care. Sarva dharman parityajya, mamekam sharanam raja. Is it like that? No. It's not like that. So that's why one has to develop his Shraddha in the association of the devotees and leave the associating the mode of passion and ignorance. If you hear the Prabhupada's last words before just leaving his word, so he is in the mic, he is speaking. If you hear that, is very good actually. One should be that means the cities are filled with the mode of passion and ignorance, and one should live this kind of lifestyle, be in the mode of goodness, and practice the hearing the Bhagavatam regularly, morning and evening. And one should develop in that association. That means Shraddha actually. This is the last word if you hear. So don't try to bend the Acharya's instructions as your convenience. That is the very wrong. So that is one of cunningness actually. There is a cunningness in the heart. First, if you are not doing, don't accept that I am not doing. But Acharya's words, you should not bend it. If you are not doing, you say that I am not doing. But tell that at least this should be done. This is a problem of the society. If you are not, then why he said, leave the associating with the mode of passion and ignorance. So that is important actually. That is also important. Sadachara, that means Vikarmi has to change his lifestyle. You try to screw up that in many ways, then that's up to you. Then what we can say. He said simple formula. Accept Krishna, accept simple lifestyle and be. So develop in the association of the devotees Shraddha and try to become Ananya Bhakta. Simple. But you, and that is also said by the Shastra. Then not to accept this, you are making so much engineering work on that. Building these big buildings on that, then what we have to do? Bhakti is very simple. If you don't want to accept the Acharyas, if Prabhupada didn't say that, then you can say, yes, he didn't say, he gave the half knowledge to us. Did he do like that? He gave full knowledge. Then if you are feeling the difficult, you are not eating, you should produce food grains in a nice way. You need food, so and you need clothes, you need the house. It's not that the Kali Yuga, I am not following all this. Can you say? Then he's saying that earn these things by simple means and do practice your bhakti. and you have difficulty for that, then what is it? Then we cannot do anything. Yes? Okay. Yeah. Yes, bro.
Prabhu, in the Anucheda 173, it was the Anucheda 173, Jiva Goswami, he said that the Apichet Sudurachara devotee has only faith based on family tradition, like which is more similar to the description of the neophyte devotee in that he has faith based on social customs.
Yes.
So how we this is understanding the God through all the Bhakti Sandarbha. When we understand this verse, Apichet Sudurachara, should we consider this is not really an Ananya Bhakta, it's someone who is a Bhakti yogi, but whose faith is based on family tradition, because according to Jiva Goswami, if his faith was based on a scripture, he won't act against the scripture. It's because he doesn't have knowledge of the scriptures that he's acting in an abominable way. So, so my question is basically like, this is the understanding of Jiva Goswami for the whole Sandarbha. He has other ways of seeing the same verse, like and in another way he would, like with Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Ramabhadra Priya Prabhu, he was giving another angle of how to understand the verse, and Prabhupada also has another way. So for this Sandarbha, this is the way we should understand the verse.
What is another way of interpretation?
And that he is an Ananya pure devotee, an Ananya Bhakta, and sometimes he's committing a sinful activity, but then he will be rectified by the power of Bhakti.
Then he is not the Sudurachari. He is Ananya Bhakta. So, and what is the difference actually? Whatever the Jiva Goswami is giving.
Faith. Jiva Goswami clarifies that the faith is based on family tradition. Because the faith
and whatever other discussion. So what is the difference? I'm asking difference between the Jiva Goswami's explanation of this sloka and others. What difference I want?
Well, you were mentioning the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur.
Prabhupada takes the explanation of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, where he says there are conditional activities and constitutional activities, and both should go parallelly. And sometimes the conditional activities overpower because of previous impressions, and one might commit accidentally such sins because of atakena prayuktam, like something like that. But devotion is so powerful that just by remembrance of the Lord it will go. That's why Shipram Bhavati. So Prabhupada explains from what Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives, conditional and constitutional activities. So that is Prabhupada's way of explanation. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur takes a different angle for this. Because there they don't, none of them spoke about Loka Parampara Jata Shraddha.
Because it doesn't mean that if they are not saying means they are not accepting. But so Ananya Bhakti is clear. Ananya Bhakti means 100% Shraddha on the Lord. So because Apiche Sudurachara Bhajate Mam Ananya Bhak, he said, Krishna said Ananya word is Ananya Bas. That means 100% is having Shraddha on the Lord. But how he got this Shraddha? By reading the scriptures? No. Because see, all the very systematically you can see the explanation. He got Shraddha, but generally everyone will get the Shraddha from the scriptures. But still he got this Shraddha, he didn't. So, and also doing the Duracharata. So he got 100% Shraddha and doing the Duracharata, Suduracharata. Then how to understand this? That means, can you say this Shraddha is based upon Shastras, scriptures? No. Because if he is following the scriptures, then he should not be a Sudurachari. It's obvious. So it is obvious actually. So that means definitely he is not getting the Shraddha from the scriptures. So then he is getting Shraddha from where? So from the conventional means, from the Loka Parampara Jat Shraddha, by following the society. So then when following society means just following his family tradition. So after 25 years, 30 years, so everyone should leave with everything and do the bhajan. So but still he will eat the meat and he will be so doing the whatever, that means eating, drinking coffee and everything he will be doing. And all these kind of things, because that is a family tradition. He is fully dependent on Krishna, but also doing the all this. So this kind of Shraddha is Loka Parampara Jat Shraddha.
Here, two things are there, Prabhuji. One is, what is my observation is, somebody must be studying the Shastras, has faith in the Shastras, but while executing devotional service, because of the previous impressions of previous lives, of this life, he might get overpowered and commit an act which...
That is different. That means if he is overpowered by the prarabdha and he is doing that, then he will be repenting.
Yes.
He will be repenting for that bad activity. But repentance will not be there in this kind of Ananya Bhakta. He will be doing happily.
Because what I see is, I have many friend devotees.
But that devotee, he cannot be Sudrachari. That means one who entered in Ananya Bhakti until before Ananya Nivritti, he is having the prarabdha, and because of the prarabdha, sometimes he will be so forced to do the some kind of, he will definitely will not do the Sudurachara. That means having sex with the Guru's wife. This is the actually given. Sudurachara means such abominable activities he will never do actually. But so you should not compare with the ISKCON, because it's not that they said that everyone in ISKCON is Ananya Bhakta and doing this, So there are the different kinds of the people are there. So, but it's not also in everyone is reading the books, all the books. No, Shastri Shraddha also is not at all there. So most of the times we get the Shraddha out of the seeing the friends and this and Prasadam, okay, let's go. So this is the just Shraddha actually. So, and also compared to the Bahar outside world, that's a miserable world, and this life is peaceful. So let me have some good association and leave me here. So this kind of Shraddha we can see. So the strong Shraddha, that means understanding the nuts and crux of the bhakti and full faith putting on that, and full surrenderance to the Lord. So that developing is very important actually. So gradually we are facilitating them. So everyone to develop. So the main point is now this Suduracharata, Apicha Suduracharata, that Shraddha is out of the Loka Parampara Jata. Then what is the next step for him? You may ask this. You should ask the next step for him. What is that? He has to associate the sadhus. That means he should leave the association of Duracharis. That means Durachari will be associating the another Durachari. Leave that Durachari and associate the sadhu who is doing the Ananya Bhakti. And he should hear the Shastras and so leave that Suduracharata. Shipram bhavati dharmatma. Next sloka. That means by the association of the good sadhus, he should become. There you can see in that commentary. So by associating the sadhus, he will be becoming the dharmatma. That means understanding the bhakti through the shastras properly. Then he will be living the abominable life. Then such a devotee, he will also become once again this. He has to come to this path. Suduracharata has to be left. I will continue till the end of my last minute. Suduracharata, and I will go back to the Godhead. It is not there. It is not there. Then it is not the developing of the devotional quality. Okay, thank you very much. So Srila Prabhupada ki jai.